Are you one of those people who enjoy spending time alone? Society often makes you believe that is a mistake, that if you don't have many friends, or are not surrounded by people, it means you're weird or even a failure. But what if I told you that people who enjoy solitude have special traits that make them stronger, wiser, and in many cases, more successful in life? Today I'm going to talk to you about 13 unique traits that characterize those who prefer to be alone. Stay until the end because you'll probably find yourself in more than one of them. 13 special traits of people who prefer to be alone. They are experts in emotions. When someone spends more time with themselves, they inevitably face their own inner world. They learn to recognize what they feel, to identify where that emotion comes from, and to manage it. That gives them a unique sensitivity to connect with other people, because they have already journeyed through different emotional states, and know how others feel. That's why those who value solitude are often empathetic, understanding, and build trust around them. They have self-control. Knowing oneself deeply brings with it immense power, the ability to control one's own reactions. These people don't usually explode easily or get carried away by momentary impulses. Instead of reacting automatically, they breathe, think, and choose how to act. That self-control becomes a strength in times of crisis, where others would lose their calm. They are great listeners. In a world where everyone wants to talk and give their opinion, they have a rare gift, listening. By not feeling the need to impose themselves, they allow others to express themselves. They listen truly, with attention and without interrupting. This makes them valuable people in any conversation, because they make others feel understood and validated. They value their time highly. Time is the most valuable resource, and they know it. They don't waste it on empty commitments, superficial meetings, or relationships that don't bring them anything. They prefer to invest it in activities that nourish them, whether that's learning something new, creating, resting, or sharing with people they truly value. For them, every minute counts. They have few but very good friends. They don't need to have an agenda full of contacts. For them, what's important is not the quantity but the quality. They prefer to have a small but authentic and loyal circle. Friends with whom they can be themselves, without masks or pretenses. In that intimacy, more solid and meaningful bonds are built. They develop great intuition. Solitude opens the door to the inner voice. By being less exposed to external noise, they learn to trust that gut feeling that so often turns out to be right. Intuition becomes a compass that guides them in important decisions, from choosing a relationship to taking a professional path. They are very selective in their relationships. They know that the energy of those around them directly influences their life. Therefore, they carefully choose their friends and partners. They prefer to be alone rather than in bad company, because they understand that every person who enters their world leaves a mark. They have a great transformative power. Time alone allows them to reflect more deeply. They analyze, question, observe, and thanks to that, they manage to see angles of life that others overlook. That capacity for critical thinking makes them agents of transformation, not only for themselves but also for those around them. They discover their life purpose earlier. While many let themselves be carried away by fads, trends, or what they are supposed to do, these people look inward and find what they are truly passionate about more quickly. They have a clearer direction, because they don't live to please others, but to be true to themselves. They are brave. Society often associates solitude with weakness, but in reality, it takes a lot of courage to walk without the constant approval of others. They are capable of going to the movies alone, traveling alone, or having dinner without company, enjoying every experience. That independence is a form of freedom that not everyone dares to experience. They invest in themselves. While others spend their energy on external validation, those who enjoy solitude look inward. They love to learn, read, grow spiritually, and discover new ways to improve themselves. They know that the greatest asset they can build is not outside but within themselves. They have a strong personality. Solitude gives them character. They don't need to follow the crowd or adapt to fit in. They think for themselves, make their own decisions, and stand firm in what they believe. That authenticity makes them magnetic, because in a world where many copy, they dare to be original. They are open-minded. By spending more time observing than talking, they develop a broader vision of life. They are capable of considering different perspectives, and do not easily get caught up in prejudices or passing fads. That open-mindedness helps them in their relationships, in business, and in any area, because they can see opportunities where others only see obstacles. In short, each of these traits turns people who enjoy solitude into unique and valuable beings. What many see as a weakness is actually an immense source of strength and growth. As you can see, enjoying solitude is not a defect, it is a strength. Whoever learns to be well with themselves will never depend on anyone to feel whole. So if you recognize yourself in these traits, celebrate it. It means you have special gifts that can take you very far. Share this video with someone who also values their time alone.